Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, what exactly is TB-500? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's actually a synthetic version of a naturally occurring protein called thymosin beta-4. This protein is found in nearly all human and animal cells, and it plays a crucial role in healing, regeneration, and cell development. Think of it as your body's own internal repair crew, always on standby to fix things up. When you get an injury, your body naturally increases the concentration of thymosin beta-4 in that area to kickstart the healing process. TB-500 is essentially a man-made peptide that mimics the action of this powerful protein. The primary function of thymosin beta-4, and by extension TB-500, is to promote the creation of new blood vessels and muscle tissue fibers. This process is called angiogenesis and myogenesis. Why is this so important? Well, good blood flow is absolutely essential for healing. New blood vessels deliver oxygen, nutrients, and immune cells to the site of an injury, which helps to clear out damaged tissue and build new, healthy tissue. TB-500 also has some potent anti-inflammatory properties. It helps to regulate inflammation, which is a normal part of the healing process. But when it becomes chronic, it can actually slow down recovery and cause more damage. By managing this inflammatory response, TB-500 helps create a much better environment for your body to heal itself efficiently. Now, let's talk about the potential benefits, because this is where things get really interesting. One of the most talked about benefits of TB-500 is its ability to accelerate wound healing. This applies to all sorts of injuries, from minor cuts and bruises to more serious muscle tears, ligament sprains, and even tendon injuries. Athletes, in particular, have shown a lot of interest in TB-500 because it could potentially shorten their recovery time and get them back in the game faster. Imagine spraining your ankle and being able to cut your recovery period down significantly. That's the promise that has so many people excited beyond just sports injuries. There's research looking into its effects on more chronic conditions. For example, some studies suggest it could help with joint pain and stiffness by promoting cartilage repair and reducing inflammation in the joints. People dealing with nagging aches and pains that just won't go away might find this particularly appealing. It's also been studied for its potential to improve flexibility and range of motion, which is great for anyone looking to stay active and mobile as they age. And the benefits don't stop at muscles and joints. Because thymosin beta-4 is present in so many different types of cells, its effects are widespread. Some research points to potential benefits for heart health after a heart attack. For instance, the heart muscle can be damaged. Studies in animal models have shown that thymosin beta-4 can help repair that damaged tissue and improve heart function. It's also being investigated for its neuroprotective properties, meaning it could potentially help protect and repair nerve cells, which has implications for brain health and recovery from certain types of nerve damage. Another fascinating area is hair growth. Yes, you heard that right. Some users and anecdotal reports suggest that TB-500 might stimulate hair follicles and promote hair regrowth. While the scientific evidence here is still in its early stages, the underlying theory makes sense. By improving blood flow to the scalp and stimulating cell growth, it could potentially awaken dormant hair follicles. It's an exciting prospect, though more research is definitely needed to confirm these effects. So, with all these incredible potential benefits, you're probably wondering, how is it used? TB-500 is a peptide, and like most peptides, it's typically administered through subcutaneous injections. That means using a very small needle to inject it just under the skin, usually in the fatty tissue of the abdomen. The dosage and frequency can vary a lot depending on the individual, their goals, and the specific injury or condition they're trying to address. It's often used in cycles, with a loading phase followed by a maintenance phase. Now, we have to have a serious talk about safety and legality. This is incredibly important. While TB-500 is based on a natural protein, the synthetic version is currently classified for research purposes only in many parts of the world. This means it's not approved by regulatory bodies like the FDA for human consumption. The long-term effects of using synthetic peptides are not fully understood, and the market is largely unregulated. This means that if you were to look for it online, the quality, purity, and concentration of what you're buying could be a total mystery. There is a real risk of getting a contaminated product or one that doesn't even contain what it claims. Because of this, it is absolutely crucial to approach this topic with caution. Self-administering any substance that isn't medically approved carries risks. The information we're discussing today is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. You should always, and I mean always, consult with a qualified healthcare professional before considering any new treatment or supplement, especially something like a research peptide. They can give you personalized advice based on your health history and help you understand the potential risks and benefits in your specific situation. Your health is your most valuable asset, so please, be smart and be safe. Let's look at some of the research to back this up. A lot of the initial studies on thymosin beta-4 and TB-500 were done in animal models, particularly in horses. Racehorses are prone to injuries, and researchers found that it could significantly speed up their recovery from muscle and tendon damage. These promising results in animals are what spurred the interest in its potential for human use. In human studies, the results have also been encouraging, although the research is still ongoing. For example, a study published in the Annals of the New York Academy of Sciences looked at its role in dermal wound healing and found that it significantly promoted faster and more effective repair of skin injuries. Another study explored its cardioprotective effects, showing that it could help regenerate heart tissue. While these are promising, many of the studies are small-scale or in early phases. We need more large-scale, long-term human clinical trials to truly understand its full potential and safety profile. So, is TB-500 the future of healing? It's a complex question. On one hand, the science behind it is incredibly compelling. The idea of harnessing the body's own natural healing mechanisms and amplifying them is the very definition of cutting-edge regenerative medicine. The potential to speed up recovery from injuries, reduce chronic pain, and maybe even help with conditions like heart disease and hair loss is truly transformative. It represents a shift away from just managing symptoms and towards actively repairing and regenerating damaged tissues. However, we have to balance that excitement with a healthy dose of reality. The lack of regulation and long-term safety data is a major hurdle. The fact that it's primarily available on a gray market is a huge red flag. The future of peptides like TB-500 will depend heavily on further research and the outcomes of rigorous clinical trials. If they can be proven to be safe and effective, they might one day become a standard part of medical treatment, prescribed by doctors and produced under strict quality controls. For now, TB-500 remains a fascinating but controversial subject. It's a powerful tool that, in the right context, could offer amazing benefits. But it's also a substance that carries risks due to its unregulated status. The best thing we can do as individuals is to stay informed, be critical of the information we see online, and always prioritize our health and safety by working with medical professionals. The future of healing is definitely moving in this regenerative direction, and whether TB-500 is a main character in that story or just a stepping stone to even better therapies, only time will tell. Thank you so much for joining me for this deep dive into TB-500. I hope you found it informative and helpful. It's a topic with a lot of layers, and it's important to look at it from all angles. What are your thoughts on regenerative medicine and peptides like this? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the cutting edge of health and science, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.